What's going on, guys? TTL here. Going to be going over our top 5 NBA props for today, November 11th, 11/11. Again, we're going to have 5 props today. Let's keep on crushing it. If you guys are interested in VIP, go ahead and join $20 a month, and you have a money back guarantee. If you join on your first day and we don't profit, you do get your $20 refunded and you keep your month of VIP. Also, guys, I use predictiveprofits.ai for all of my research. Tons of props on here, super easy to use. You can do the betting predictor, which gives you money lines, or you can do the prop predictor, which is a research tool like this one, and it runs 10,000 simulations per prop. Tells you whether to take the under or the over, tells you the hit rate, the difference between the projected hit rate and the implied hit rate based on the odds. Super helpful to find props, especially on Prizepicks, UnderDog, Sleeper, that kind of thing for the pick'em apps. So right now we have MLB, NBA, NFL, college football, and I'm working on getting CS2 up. This is going to be insane once we get CS2 and League of Legends added. But we're going to keep on crushing it. Hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. I'm going to be picking a random comment to win a month free of VIP. So go ahead and lock that in and let's get into the video. So I already have all of the screenshots for all of the props needed. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So our first prop of the day is going to be Dennis Schroeder over 15.5 points on predictive profits and on sportsbooks. This is actually 16.5 right now. This is versus the Pelicans. This is a great matchup for him. And when we take a look, we can see the opposing team's defense. They are ranked 23rd in the league out of 30. They're allowing 117.5 points allowed per game. And we have Schroeder projected for 19.1 points in this game. And we have him projected to hit this in around 68% of the time in this matchup. Over this season, he's went over this in 7 of 2 games with an average of 20 points per game. The first game this season he went under, then he went over in 4 in a row. Had 2 games where he didn't have as much volume and he went under. And then the past 3 games straight, he went for 20, 20, and then last game, 22 points. So I'm loving this prop today. Again, we're going to take Dennis Schroeder over 15.5 points. The hit rate is actually based on 16.5 at that 68% hit rate. So at 15.5, you can expect him to hit this in 70 to 71% as the projected hit rate. I'm loving it. Let's lock it in and move on to the next play of the day. The next play is going to be one that a lot of people are not going to like. And we're going to take ShaiAlexander under 36.5 points and rebounds. Now, a lot of people may not like this one. I know that I've seen quite a few people on his over. His points is a popular play right now at 13.7 thousand people taking it. I'm not sure if they're taking the over or the under. I'm assuming the over just because I've seen like 5 people on Twitter taking the over. But I did the same thing the other day. People were taking the over on, who was it? Let me actually see. Because I know a lot of people were taking the over on a certain play. It was Markkanen. Everybody was taking the over on points, PRA, points and rebounds on Lauri Markkanen, over 28.5 points and rebounds. In VIP, I posted the under 28.5. He cashed for us, and I don't know why everyone was on his over. I'm the same exact way with SGA tonight. I actually love Gilgeous-Alexander as a player. He cashed for us a ton last year when we were taking his points, starting at like 26 points per game, and he just kept showing out. So Prizepicks every single day, it went from 26.5, 27.5, 28, 28.5, 29.5, 30.5, until his line was like 33.5 points last season. But that's last season. That's not this season. This season he's been looking terrible. When we take a look at his stats, he has went under 36.5 points and rebounds in every single game except for one. He's averaging 30.33 points and rebounds per game this season, and that's pretty consistent. 35, 31, 22, which is a little bit of an outlier. 37, which is a little bit of a high outlier. And even that is only 0.5 over the line we're taking under. 28, 27, 30, 34, 29. We're seeing he's getting around that 30 number every single game. And today he's against a team who is ranked first in least amount of rebounds allowed, allowing 48.6 per game. They're ranked third in least amount of points allowed, allowing 106 per game. I don't expect Shai to be able to go over this today. We have him projected for 30 PR, and we have him projected to go under this in 91% of games in this matchup. I am loving taking the under today. Let's lock it in and let's move on to our third prop of the day, which is going to be Vucevic over 17 points. I love that this is at 17. I was going to take it at 17 and a half. So when we see a prop that is less than what we expected, I am loving taking the over here. That just gives us some extra push potential here. Vucevic has a ton of volume for the Bulls. We can see he's gone over this in every single game this season. Every single game except for one this season. I apologize, I misspoke. 9 out of 10, 90%. The opposing team is middle of the pack. They're 12th of 30th for points allowed per game, allowing 110.2 per game. We have him projected for 21 today, and he hit this in a projection of 88%, 87.83% to be technical, of the simulations. So I am absolutely loving Vucevic over 17 points today, especially versus the Cavs. The Cavs have been looking great this season. They're either 11-0 and 12 or 12-0 right now. They've been crushing it, but I do expect the Bulls to keep this close enough for Vucevic to get plenty of volume. We can see 3.4 thousand people have already taken his points, 8.1 thousand are on his PRA, 9.2 thousand are on his rebounds. I like all of these. I like his PR. I like everything about Vucevic today. But what I'm taking right now is going to be his points over 17. Next up, we're going to have another Nets player. We're going to have Cameron Johnson, and we're going to take his over 22.5 PRA. Now, I will say again for Cameron Johnson, I like his points. I like his points, rebounds, and assists. I like his PR. I like his PA. Everything about Cameron Johnson I'm loving today, especially in this matchup. We can see the opposing team are 27th in most assists allowed per game, allowing 29 assists per game. They're 23rd in points allowed, allowing 117.5 points per game, and they're 18th in rebounds allowed per game, allowing 52.9 rebounds per game. He's going over this in 6 of 10 games this season. A lot of them are really close, whether he went over or under, like 25, 25, 22, 20. But I am loving this at 22.5 today. We have him projected for 25, and he's projected to hit this in around 67.3% of those simulations. So 67% of the time he's going to go over this. And I think this is a wonderful matchup for him versus the Pelicans today. I don't think he's going to have any issues. I think he's going for 25. I think he could go for 28, 29 PRA today. So let's go ahead and lock in Cameron Johnson, and let's move on to our fifth and final play of the day, which is going to be James Harden over 6 rebounds. Now, I do hate that there's push potential on this one. If you want to take it on a sports book, you want to take it on Chalkboard, Sleeper, it's like a 1.65x for 5.5. I would rather take the small, very minuscule payout hit and get this at 5.5, but if you're going to take it on Prizepicks or UnderDog, 6 is perfectly fine as well. I do think that he's going to get at minimum 6 tonight. So let's lock this in. 6 rebounds. We can see he's gone over or pushed this line in 7 out of 10 games. He's only pushed it in 1. He's averaging 8 rebounds per game. The games he's went under, he's come very close. 4, 4, 5. And we can see his projection is at 8.02, so right at that 8 rebound mark. He's versus the team who are literally dead last, allowing the most rebounds in the entire league, allowing 59.8 rebounds per game. He hit this in a 66.58% projected hit rate in this matchup, and I assume that he can probably honestly get double-digit rebounds tonight. I see him getting at least 4 or 5 in the first half and making this a sweat-free play for us today. So let's go ahead and take James Harden over 6 rebounds, guys. Again, we use predictiveprofits.ai for all of this research, and if you guys made it to the end, you can use code TTL50 for 50% off your first week, your first month, your first year, whatever you decide to purchase. And that works for the betting predictor, that works for the prop predictor, or all access, which gives you access to both of those. I highly recommend at least trying it out. So if you guys want to try out a week, it does help me out. Use code TTL50, and I'll see you guys in the next video.